Hey everyone, today we're going to build the case for mastering omni-channel sales. So picture this. You're in a strategy meeting, and the big challenge on the table is how do we connect our online world with our in-person world? We're going to break down exactly how a tool like Shopify POS is designed to solve that problem, turning a huge headache into a real advantage for your business.
All right, let's just dive right in. If you're talking to your leadership team, this is the fundamental question, right? You've got customers buying from your website, and you have others walking into your physical store, maybe visiting a pop-up or finding you at a market. The real question is, are these two worlds actually talking to each other? Or are they just operating in their own separate silos, creating nightmares with inventory, customer data, and all of your reporting?
And that, of course, brings us straight to the solution we're talking about, Shopify POS. The whole idea here is to stop thinking about your physical and digital stores as these separate things and really start treating them as two sides of the very same coin. One unified business.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, Shopify POS is a simple point-of-sale app that you can run on a tablet or smartphone. But its real power isn't just about taking payments. The magic is in the sync. Every single in-person sale automatically updates your online Shopify store's inventory, your orders, and your customer data, all in real time. It basically creates one central nervous system for your entire retail operation.
Okay, so who's this really for? Well, it's incredibly versatile. It's perfect for the established brand that has a bunch of brick-and-mortar stores, but it's also a game changer for an online-first brand that wants to test the waters with a pop-up shop or sell at festivals. And here's a key point for your strategy. If a seamless click-and-collect service is something you're thinking about, a unified system like this isn't just a nice-to-have. It is absolutely essential to pull it off. Now let's be super clear about one crucial point, and this one is a non-negotiable. Shopify POS is not a standalone product. It's an extension of the Shopify e-commerce platform. You have to have an active Shopify online store to use it because its entire reason for being is to sync with that central hub of products, inventory, and customers.
All right, so we've covered the what. Now we get to the most important part of our business case, the why. Why does any of this even matter? Let's break down the real, tangible benefits you get from having one unified system.
So check this out, because this is where we translate features into actual business outcomes. Centralized management? That isn't just about convenience. It saves a ton of hours of manual work. Multi-location sync? This is how you prevent that dreaded, oops, we just sold the last one online and in the store at the same time scenario. Total mobility means you can sell wherever your customers are without some clunky separate system, and maybe the biggest deal of all, that 360-degree customer view. You can finally see that the customer who buys online also came to your pop-up last month. That allows for way smarter marketing and real relationship building.
So, how do you pick the right plan? Well, Shopify makes this pretty straightforward. The Lite version, which is actually included with every single Shopify plan, covers all the core essentials you need to get started. The Pro version is a paid upgrade, and it's really designed for a more advanced retail operation. Think things like smart inventory forecasting, detailed staff performance reports, and the ability to use physical gift cards. It's a really clear upgrade path to think about as your physical retail business grows.
Okay, let's get practical. If your leadership team is sold on the why, their very next question is always going to be how. What do you actually need to get this thing up and running in your store, or maybe at your next event? The barrier to entry here is surprisingly low. The only piece of hardware that is absolutely essential is a mobile device. An iPad or an Android tablet will work great. From there, you just download the free Shopify POS app. Now, for a more professional setup, you'll probably want to add a card reader for fast payments, and you can build it out with accessories like a receipt printer or a barcode scanner if you need them. But honestly, you can literally start selling with just a tablet.
And what about the customer side of things? This system offers total flexibility. You can accept pretty much any payment method they want to use, from standard credit cards to contactless options like Apple Pay, all the way to plain old cash, and even custom gift cards. The big takeaway here is that you never have to turn a customer away or create friction at checkout just because you can't take their preferred payment. Let's talk about managing your team for a second. This is a really simple but powerful feature. Instead of having one generic login for everyone, you can create a unique 4-digit PIN for every single staff member. So why does this matter? Well, two big reasons. First, you can track sales by employee, which is amazing for seeing who your top performers are. And second, security. You can set different permission levels, so maybe a new associate can only process sales, but a manager can handle returns or give out big discounts. If there is one single sentence to take away from this whole explainer, this is it. This gets right to the absolute core of the value proposition. The number one operational benefit is getting rid of those costly mistakes that just happen when your two stores aren't talking to each other. Full synchronization prevents overselling, and it kills the human error that comes from trying to manually reconcile your inventory.
So we've covered the what, the why, and the how. And that brings us to our final and most important section, making the decision. Is Shopify POS actually the right fit for your specific business?
Here are the questions to bring to your next strategy meeting. If the answer is yes to most of these, then you've got a really strong business case. Are you selling in both worlds? Do you have inventory spread out that needs to be tracked? Is a unified customer journey a top priority? Do you need that mobile flexibility for events? And finally, that crucial qualifier, are you already on or are you willing to commit to the Shopify ecosystem?
And so I'll just leave you with this one final thought to help guide your decision. Beyond all the operational efficiencies, the real question is a strategic one. What's the long-term value of a customer who feels like they're dealing with one consistent, smart brand, whether they're on their phone or standing in your store? How does that seamless experience impact loyalty, lifetime value, and ultimately your bottom line? That's the conversation this technology makes possible. Thank you.